Hey guys, today off the supply table you're going to get one messy paper and you're going to get one colored square. And depending on what class you are, you will probably have a different color than I do, but you can see I'm using yellow, but you're free to take whichever one you want. When you get back to your seat, you're going to need a pair of scissors, you're going to need a bottle of glue, make sure to twist it open, and at your tables you should have a bunch of different pattern papers. Now, we just got done taking a look at Jason Woodside's murals, or his street art. We are going to be making a little square that is inspired by him. So we're going to take that sheet paper and I'm going to cut a strip going along the long edge of the paper. Don't do the short edge. Now, this paper is a square, so I can cut either direction. But if you have one paper that's got a longer side and a shorter side, cut along the long side. So I'm going to cut out some strips. They don't have to be too super duper skinny. Maybe you want to make some thicker, some thinner. I'm going to cut out a few at a time. And depending on which class you are, your colored pattern papers will be different as well. So I'm going to start off by cutting out probably like 5 strips. So I'm just cutting straight lines up, going along the long side, just like that. And I'm going to put some glue on my paper. Now, usually I would tell you to put glue on the back of the strip, but today, to make it easier, I'm going to put a line of glue all the way around the edge of my paper, like that. And I can do kind of this squiggly mark going back and forth, back and forth. And that'll just make it a little bit quicker for me today when I go to glue. You also notice too, I didn't put my name on it. That's because we aren't going to be getting this project back. This is one of those projects where we all work together and it makes one huge artwork, but we don't get to take it home. So after I've got my strips cut, I've got glue on it, I can take my strip and I am going to glue it down at a diagonal. Now, this is not a diagonal. All right, that's vertical. This is not diagonal, that's horizontal. All right, I want it to be kind of at a diagonal. It could be a really steep diagonal like this. Maybe it's just a little diagonal where it doesn't go up very much. Maybe my diagonal is going to go this way. Actually, I'm probably going to come around and tell you which way to do your diagonal. That way we don't all end up with the same kind of diagonal. Okay? I'm going to glue that down like this. I could glue some right next to it. I could leave a little bit of space if I want. Maybe I want to go like this. Okay, I could leave a little bit of a gap so I can see some of that yellow. I'm going to glue these down. When I run out of strips, that just means that I need to cut out some more. Okay, remembering using the long side of the paper. Cutting a strip. Cut, 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 cut. Glue some right next to it. Remember, I could leave gaps if I want. That's your decision of how you want to do that. Remember to keep it a diagonal though. Put this one down here, I think. And probably a couple more strips and then I'm done with this part. Notice I'm keeping some yellow. That just way we can see some of that background paper. It adds a little bit more variety to our work. Maybe I'll use my bee paper again. You'll notice that your strips come off the edge of the paper, and that is just fine, okay? Because when these dry, I'll just take the paper cutter and I'll chop off the edges so they're not hanging off. When you are all finished, you can pick this up and put it on the drying rack as low as you can go, okay? For those of you guys who are in 3rd grade, you guys might finish this a little bit faster than the others, or even some of my 2nd graders might as well. If you get done early, what you can do is you could cut out some more strips like this. And what you can do is you could take those strips and cut them into smaller sections. Now, rather than just cutting it straight like this, I a lot of times like to cut it at a diagonal. So I get some sides that kind of come to a point. Okay? I could take these and glue them on top of parts of my paper as well, like this. So maybe I'm going to overlap some of those strips. All right, so you see B, then it turns into these stars, and then it goes back to B. I could even take that long part that's left over and glue that on somewhere. Okay, and that just helps to make our artwork look more interesting. Remember that people like to look at interesting artwork, not boring stuff. Do a few more. Got this yellow one. So maybe I'll put this one here. Little line of glue. That one up there. All right, so we're really just filling up this paper with different kinds of pattern diagonals, kind of like what we saw with Jason Woodside's work. All right, when you get this far, make sure to put it on the drying rack. Put all of your scraps back into the box at the center of your table. All right.